try to shine too loud, never chased the perfect line. You laughed at things I didn't see, and somehow they felt like mine. Your words don't beg for attention, your silence knows when to stay. In all the ways you don't impress, you quietly pulled me your way. No grand design, no fireworks, just days that feel sincere. I didn't notice when it started, only that you were near. I fell for your ordinary, the way you let moments pass. Nothing scripted, nothing holy, just a warmth that lasts. I fell for your ordinary, the parts you never show, in a world that's always asking more. You were enough as you are, you know. You don't pretend to understand, you listen more than you speak. You leave space inside your answers, like you're not afraid of weak. There's comfort in your time, and you don't rush, you don't run. You stay right where the truth is, even when it's undone. No borrowed light, no borrowed words, no need to rearrange. You never tried to be someone, and that's what never changed. I fell for your ordinary, the way you hold your ground. No sudden turns, no perfect lines, just steady, honest sound. I fell for your ordinary, the calm within your tone. While living is proving things, you simply stay alone. If love is something quiet that learns to breathe and wait, then maybe this is what it feels like. Not grand, but true and straight. I fell for your ordinary before I knew its name. It didn't ask to be remembered, it just stayed the same. I fell for your ordinary, and I still do. Every unremarkable moment feels brighter because of you. No reason louder than this, no promise left to say. I fell for your ordinary, and I hope it never fades.
Didn't notice when the silence changed, but something softer learned my name. In the pause between my thoughts, a quiet warmth began to stay.
Your presence never asked for a sound,
still it settled all around.
like a breath I didn't plan, yet somehow knew just where I am.
Before I found the words to feel, something honest had begun. My heart smiled before I did, before I knew what this could be. It leaned toward a gentler truth without asking permission of me. I hadn't named the light just yet, still it reached me as it is. My heart smiled before I did. You never tried to change the air,
You just stayed and let it clear. In the space we didn't fill,
I felt myself grow calm and real. I was slower than my pulse, but it already understood. My heart smiled before I did, before I dared to believe. It recognized the tenderness I was too careful to receive. No promises, no sudden claims, just something softly lit. My heart smiled before I did. Maybe love arrives this way, unannounced, without a flame. Not a spark, but something kind that waits for us to catch up in time.
my heart smiled before I did, when I was still learning how.
To trust the shape of quiet joy that only asks me now. To stay, to breathe, to not resist what's already here and true.
My heart smiled before I did.
And slowly
I smiled too.
nothing rushed,
Nothing loud,
just a feeling that stayed around. I never asked the sky to speak, or signs to fall into my hands. Some truths arrive without a sound, like knowing where you stand. No questions left inside my chest, no reasons left to chase. The calm I feel when you are near is proof I won't replace. You're a certainty that doesn't need proof. No echoes, no defenses, just the way my breath slows down. When silence turns to sense, I don't measure what is real, I don't count what feels true. You're a certainty that doesn't need proof. The world can lean into its doubts, let shadows argue light. I stay when nothing has to shout, to know that this is right. I don't explain what lives in me, I let it simply stay. Some things are felt too honestly to ever fade away. You're a certainty that doesn't need proof. No answers written out, just the way the quiet holds what words would only doubt. I don't ask the heart to choose, it already knew. You're a certainty that doesn't need proof. If everything I built fell You're a certainty that doesn't need proof. No past, no future planned, only now and how it feels to finally understand. I don't reach, I don't remove what was never loose. You're a certainty that doesn't need proof. Some truths don't rise or fall, they simply remain like you.
You came without a sound, like air that learns my name. No echo, no alarm, yet nothing stayed the same. The world was holding still, as if it knew somehow that something soft and true was standing with me now. Didn't see the light arrive, it didn't ask to stay, but every step I took from then felt gently led that way. You came without a sound, but everything aligned. The quiet found a meaning, the blur became a sign. No promise ever said, no hand that pulled me through. Still all the silence knew was shaped a bit like you. I learned the weight of calm, the strength inside the slow, how hearts can recognize when minds don't need to know. No rush to call it love, no reason to explain. It settled in my chest like warmth without a flame. I didn't hear the moment change, no line was crossed in time, but every doubt I carried learned to fall behind. You came without a sound, yet stayed in every breath. A presence made of patience, a softness stronger than death. No vow was ever sworn, no future breaking through. Still all the quiet learned to lean itself on you. If I lose the words someday, if the light forgets my face, I'll follow where the stillness goes back to that gentle place where nothing had to happen, where being was enough, where silence first remembered the shape of something close. You came without a sound, and I became aware that peace can feel like someone who's always simply there. No ending, no reply, no truth I had to prove. Just life a little softer now, since it learned how you move. You came without a sound and stayed without
same. Found your words between the lines, not loud but gently there, like something meant to stay unseen, yet careful with its care. No promise written clearly out, no reason left to prove, but every silence learned your name, and every breath just knew. It's a note that still feels warm, even after time is gone. Not a sound but something true that keeps quietly holding on. If love could leave no mark at all except the way I feel, it would be this small soft trace, a note that still feels real. You never asked to be remembered, you never tried to stay, but somehow all the empty hours still lean into your way. I don't recall the day or place the star to slip from view, but meaning settled in my chest the moment I knew you. It's a note that still feels warm, not written yet it plays like a light that doesn't fade, even when it turns away. No echo calling out your name, no sign I can reveal, just this gentle afterglow, a note that still feels real. If everything is meant to pass, then why does this remain? A quiet truth the heart still keeps without a trace of pain. It's a note that still feels warm, neither lost nor held too tight, living somewhere in between the memory and the light. If love was never meant to stay but leave us something kind, it left me this small warmth of you still playing in my mind. No words I need to say out loud, no ending I must seal, just this tender hush of sound, a note that still feels warm. The way was heavier than words could say. Every step felt borrowed from yesterday. But still you breathed, still chose to stay. even when the light felt far away.
No applause, no witness near, just a quiet courage no one hears.
You made it through today, that's more than enough for now. With trembling hands you found a way to keep your feet upon the ground. No victory parade, no grand display, just proof your heart refused to fade. You made it through today.
The hours move like slow-moving rain, each thought looping back to doubt and pain.
Yet something gentle held your name and whispered
Softly, try again.
not because you felt so strong, but because you stayed this long. You made it through today, even with the ache inside. Every breath a quiet prayer, every tear you didn't hide. No shining crown, no perfect way, just another step you dared to take. You made it through today. One day this will mean more than survival. One day this will bloom into belief. But for now let this be revival, a small but undeniable relief. You made it through today.
Let that be enough to rest.
The world can wait, the night can stay. You already did your best. Tomorrow doesn't need your strength tonight. Just this moment, just this life. You made it through today.
And that is everything. You sit beside the pause in my breath, not asking why the silence stays. The world keeps moving somewhere else, but here nothing needs a name. No questions hanging in the air, no promises we have to make, just the weight of being close without the need to hesitate. You're staying without explaining, no reasons tied in words, just the calm of not escaping from everything unheard. If love is something quiet that doesn't ask to be seen, then this is us remaining, staying without explaining. Your shadow leans into my time, like it has always known the way. We don't arrange the shape of now, we let it happen, let it stay. The truth is gentle when it lands, it doesn't rush or overtake. Every second understands there's nothing left we need to say. You're staying without explaining. No reasons tied in words, just the calm of not escaping from everything unheard. If love is something quiet that doesn't ask to be seen, then this is us remaining, staying without explaining. If everything falls into light or disappears unseen, I'll know you were here with me, not proving anything. You're staying without explaining, and that is all I need. No future said in sentences, no past we must redeem. The simplest form of truth is choosing not to leave. So here we are, still breathing, staying without explaining. Nothing spoken, nothing gone, just staying all alone. I wasn't waiting for a sign, didn't know my hands were empty. Then something gentle crossed the air, like a truth that didn't hurry. No thunder, no sudden flame, just a shift I couldn't name. It was the moment light slipped in, not loud enough to break my skin, but strong enough to stay within and change the shape of where I'd been. No promise spoken out loud, no miracle, no sacred sound, just me still breathing somehow, as the moment light slipped in. The weight I carried learned to rest, like it finally felt forgiven. I didn't need to understand how the dark made space for living. Every doubt just loosened grip when I felt that quiet shift. It was the moment light slipped in, soft as hope beneath my skin. Not here to save, just to begin rewriting what I couldn't win. No fight tearing through the night, no sudden flood of blinding white, just enough to tilt my side. When the moment light slipped in, maybe light was always near. I was just afraid to feel what arrives when you stay still long enough to let it stepped in like you knew where I had been. Not to erase the ache I'm in, but sit with me and call it human. No ending, no grand design, just a pulse that said you're fine. And for the first unguarded time, I let the moment light slip in. I let it stay. I didn't ask it why. There's a calm that finds me without a sound, like hands of light resting where I stand. No need for reasons, no need for proof. I feel understood before I am known. In the hush between my thoughts, something kind begins to stay. It's the comfort that speaks softly, not asking me to change a thing. It doesn't hurry, doesn't fade, it just stays close gently. And I finally breathe the way I should. I've been holding weight I never named, learning strength from silence itself. Every step unsure, but still moving on, led by warmth I didn't expect. Even when my voice feels small, I am heard without a sound. It's the comfort that speaks softly, never telling me I'm late. It knows the scars I never show, and loves me there patiently, like I was always meant to be enough. No grand promises written in light, just a steady glow that won't leave. In the quiet, I finally see peace doesn't shout to be real. It's the comfort that speaks softly, staying longer than my fear. I don't have to run or hide, I can rest right here, in a calm that knows my name. If the world falls into noise again, I'll remember how this felt. Some comforts don't need words to be held. Didn't rush the silence away. You let it breathe, you let it stay, like footsteps soft on borrowed air. You stood beside me, always there. No sudden spark, no grand design, just something real unfolding slow in time. It's a hello that takes its time, not loud enough to draw a line. It settles gently, learns my name, feels like warmth without a flame. A hello that takes its time. You never asked me to be brave, you never tried to make me change. You read the pause inside my voice and loved me there without a choice. No need for words to make it true. The quiet knew exactly what to do. It's a hello that takes its time. It doesn't chase, it doesn't climb. It waits until I'm ready to stay, then slowly teaches light to stay. A hello that takes its time. If I step back, you don't disappear. Door of trust right here. No pressure pulling at my skin, just space enough to let me in. It's a hello that takes its time, like hands on me without a sign. It doesn't promise, doesn't try. It simply stands and doesn't lie. A hello that takes its time. And when I finally say your name, it feels like it's always been the same. There was a silence holding my name, soft as a breath I almost missed. Nothing was broken, nothing to fix, just a feeling I couldn't resist. I didn't notice when it arrived, no sound, no sudden sign, but something steady stayed behind, like a light that learned my time. You were the warmth that never left, not asking to be seen. You stayed between the fragile thoughts and made them feel like they could breathe. No promises, no perfect words, just something real. I always felt you were the warmth that never left. Days kept moving without a trace, yet something gentle followed through. In every pause, in every turn, I found myself returning to you. You didn't try to change my way, you let trust when every other thing would sway. No echoes chasing after time, no fear of what I haven't felt. You were the warmth that never left. And even now, when words fall through, I know exactly where you are. Not in a place, not in a sound, just quietly. The way you are. You didn't rush the silence away. You let it rest between our words, like kindness learning how to stay without asking to be heard. Every small unguarded sign told me more than truth ever could. Something gentle in your eyes said this moment's understood. It was the shape of a smile that never needed to be shown. Not wide, not loud, just soft to wild, like a feeling finding home in the quiet space between what we are and what we mean. I learned love can take its time in the shape of a smile. No grand promises were made, just the warmth of being near. Every doubt began to fade in the calm of staying here. You didn't try to change the day, you let it be what it was. And somehow that honest way was already more than enough. It was the shape of a smile that stayed when words fell through. A simple curve, a gentle sign that I was safe with you. Not something we had to define, just a truth we didn't hide. Love was patient, love was kind, in the shape of a If this is all love ever does, just shows up and stays still, then I don't need anything more than this quiet will. So let the world keep rushing by, we don't need to chase the light I found forever in a while, in the shape of a smile. thought was running past. I held my breath, unsure somehow, until the silence found me now. Not everything needs to be said. Some feelings arrive instead. There's peace waiting outside the window, soft as a promise I've always known. I don't chase it, I let it stay. It finds me when I fade away. No words needed, no need to pretend. Just peace quietly holding my hand.
The weight I carry starts to slow, like tided rain, learning where to go. I stop asking what comes next and rest inside this gentle breath. The world exhales, so do I. Nothing to prove, nothing to hide. There's peace waiting outside the window, light without asking me to change. It doesn't hurry, doesn't call, just stands there through it all. I don't have to understand. Peace knows exactly who I am. If tomorrow feels unclear, I'll remember this right here. Calm doesn't shout, it softly shows in the spaces I let go. There's peace waiting outside the window, still when everything else moves on. I stay a while, I finally see it was always waiting for me. No sound, no sign, no reason why. Just peace beneath an open sky. You walk like the world hasn't asked too much, even after the weight you've known. Every step still holds a gentle hush, like hope you never put down.
Some days bend you quietly, some nights don't explain a thing, but somehow you
Keep arriving with a calm you didn't lose.
you still carry the light,
Not loud, not
burning bright,
just enough to soften the dark.
just enough to guide your heart.
You don't have to shine for anyone else,
Still you
carry the light. You learned how to breathe through silence,
how to stand without asking why.
even when
up something warm inside.
It isn't bravery you claim,
It's simply staying kind.
even when the world feels heavy.
You don't let it harden you.
You still carry the light, not trying to prove you're strong.
Just staying gently alive.
Through everything that's gone, you don't have to save the night, still you carry the light. If you ever doubt what remains, look at how you keep going on. Soft doesn't mean broken, it means the glow survives.
You still carry the light.
Even when you're tied inside,
It lives in the way you stay,
in the love you didn't hide.
You don't have to be alright.
Still you carry the light.
And that is more than enough. The world keeps moving without a sound. I trace your name in the air around. Every step feels lighter somehow, like I've already found my ground. Even when the light feels thin, even when the day feels long, there's a calm beneath my skin, where your echo still belongs. As long as I'm breathing, I'll carry you here. Not loud, not breaking, just steady and clear. I don't need reasons, I don't need proof. As long as I'm breathing, I'm holding you. Some feelings don't ask to be seen, they settle softly in between. All the words I never say still know exactly how to stay. Time can bend, the seasons turn, but this doesn't fade away. Every quiet thing I've learned leads me back to you this way. As long as I'm breathing, I'll carry you here. Through all the moments that disappear. No grand promises, no dramatic truth. As long as I'm breathing, I'm choosing you. If everything else lets go, if certainty falls apart, there's a rhythm I still know, beating gently in my heart. As long as I'm breathing, this stays with me. A soft kind of forever no one can see. Not written in stars, not sealed in truth. As long as I'm breathing, I'm here for this quiet life passing by.
I stood where words fall softly away, letting silence finish what I couldn't say. The world kept moving, loud and fast, but I learned how to breathe inside the past. Every doubt knocked on my chest, every fear asked me to run, but something gentle held me still, like unfinished songs begun. This is a heart that chose to stay when leaving felt like the easier way. Through fragile nights and unlit days, I kept the spark, I kept the flame, not out of hope, not out of pride, just quiet love I couldn't hide. This is a heart that chose to stay.
I watched the light change in your eyes. No promises, no alibi. Time grew thin, like fading thread, yet I believed in what we never said.
Even when the echoes grew thin, even when the answers strayed, I found my truth in standing still, in the choice I quietly made. This is a heart that chose to stay when certainty began to sway. Through breaking calm and soft delay, I held the warmth that wouldn't fade, not chasing dreams, not fighting fate, just loving slow, just learning way. This is a heart that chose to stay. If love is not the loudest sound, but what remains when noise is gone, then every step I didn't take was me still carrying you on. This is a heart that chose to stay, not asking more, not turning away. Through all the words we couldn't save, I found my peace in what remained. And if tomorrow slips away, I'll know at least I didn't stray. This is a heart that chose to stay. Still breathing softly, still the same. A quiet pulse